Yes, let's talk about nutrition. Feeling so fatigued. Ooh, don't know if it's weight versus iron deficiency versus being in my 30s. It's probably a combination of all of them, especially being in your 30s. I feel like once you reach that 30 mark, it's slippery slope. Shoot! You don't even know what happened. You're just trying to hold on to the sides. You're trying to hold on to whatever you can hold on to, but you're slipping and sliding, and I don't like it. You know what it is. It's time for the intro. It's girl. Hey, hey. It's girl. It's a girl. Mama Jen, of course. Welcome back. Let's chat. Let's talk. Today, there's a specific topic that I want to talk about, which is nutrition. And I'm out of breath because I literally ran up the stairs. Isn't that crazy? 1 second, you are full of energy in your 20s, and then you blink, and you can't even go up the stairs without being tired. So let's talk about nutrition. And there's so much that I feel like we can do to take care of the body that we don't do. We just try to buy something to fix our issue. So that takes us to today's topic, which is nutrition, and nutrition specifically in the lens of hair growth, hair care, hair support, whatever you want to call it, because I want to share my story. I had a baby 5 months ago. First of all, can you believe it's been 5 months? I can't. But my edges were gone. Okay, I blinked and where are the edges? Not here, not down the street. I've driven around the block and they were not there. And I was like, first of all, it's crazy how fast things change, especially when it comes to hair loss, right? Like you don't even realize it. Like I was just fine a couple of weeks ago, and then not a couple of weeks ago, I guess a couple of months ago, and I want to say around like the second, third month, that's when it started, and then boom, my edges were gone. And I'm talking about, y'all, I was using pencils to pencil things in. I'm not, no shame in the game. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I did. Because it was bald, and I already have like I don't know if you can notice, but like a decent sized forehead. Okay, that's what we're gonna call it. I don't need you to tell me it's a 6 head. But not having edges made it look like a little too much. It was too much for me, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm a pencil some things in here and there. So that's what I was doing for the past couple of weeks. No shame in the game. And I ended up seeing my naturopath, and I'm going to say around my 3.5 months postpartum, because I wanted to make sure that I was taking the right supplements and I was eating the right things, doing all the right things to support the body, because it's so important. I really feel like self-care starts from within. We can try to buy things as much as we want. We can spend a lot of money, and maybe some of these things help, but the true transformation happens from within. So he told me that there's 2 things that typically affects postpartum shedding. And one is hormonal. Let's be honest, when you're pregnant, we all love the extra thickness that we get. We all love the fact that our hair isn't shedding. But you know you were running on borrowed hair. You know it wasn't yours to begin with, okay? Who does not shed? Pregnant women. And you know, that's not normal. You're going to shed the hair later on. So I knew it was coming, but there's still something so emotional about seeing clumps of hair come out, because hair goes through, you know, the hair cycle. So your hair is growing, and then it kind of like stops, and then eventually sheds, which is why we have shedding. And shedding is natural. It's normal. But when you're pregnant, you have so much hormonal activity that you don't actually shed your shedded hair. Okay, your hair is just sitting on your scalp chilling, and we love the extra thickness. We love the extra length. We love the luscious locks that we get during pregnancy. At the very least, a win is a win. Okay, because there's a lot of things that happen during pregnancy. At the very least, we got beautiful hair, and we're gonna take it. So hormonal activity is one reason that our hair starts shedding afterwards, because boom, you have your baby, your hormones goes out of whack, and all of your hair, or the hair that should have shedded, comes out. Fine. The second thing he said that typically affects postpartum shedding is low iron. Okay? And that kind of makes sense, because a lot of us actually goes into pregnancy with low iron already. Okay? Gugu over here said that she was feeling very fatigued. And one thing that really affects us a lot of the time is iron. We have low iron. We are women, so we have our cycles every month. We lose blood every month. If we're not replenishing that, if we're not eating the right things to give us the proper adequate level of iron, we have low iron. And a lot of us know that we have low iron. I know I have low iron. So in any case, having low iron postpartum is one of the things that also affect our hair, because when you give birth, that is something that obviously happens. You lose a lot of blood. It's normal. This is what happens. It's actually pretty graphic to see how much blood you lose. Okay. Some of us bleed for like 5 weeks, 4 or 5 weeks after birth, and that is normal. So having low iron is something that also affects our hair and our edges. So when he told me that, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to weather the storm, because I shared on Instagram that I was losing my edges, and you will not believe how many companies or women reach out to me to say, buy my hair growth oil. And I almost felt some sort of way about it, because I'm like, damn, should I get something? Because then everyone had a story like, oh, I used this and it worked. I used that and it worked. And companies were like, oh, this is a proven recipe. Okay, a blend of herbs. Everything that you need is in the oil, and it's going to get your edges back pronto. And as you are losing your edges, is an emotional moment. And I almost felt like preyed on, because of how many people reach out, like in terms of companies, to say buy something. And I was like, damn, that can't be the only way. I already don't believe in hair growth oils like that. So I just feel like I felt, like I said, a little preyed on. Like, I understood some of the women that reached out and were kind of sharing, saying, hey, this will happen to me. I felt the emotional, distress as well. So this is what I did. But in terms of like how many people were like, buy this, buy that, I almost felt like overwhelmed. Like, first of all, which one do I get? And second of all, I just kind of felt like it just wasn't the way. So I didn't do nothing. What I did buy was iron pills as my naturopath recommended. And that is all, y'all. And I just want to share my edges with you on this fine Friday afternoon, okay? Proudly, I am now 5 months postpartum. Keep that in mind. And y'all see this? Okay, the sun is y'all see this? No pencils were used in the making of these edges. No growth oils were used in the making of these edges. And I just want to give you the other side, okay? We still have some work to do, but my edges, y'all, can you see? Can you see, girl? My edges are coming back by themselves. I didn't do nothing. Now, imagine if I had bought something. I feel like I would have 100% associated my growth to whatever product I bought. It would have been like, oh yeah, this oil is the one that gave me edges. So is it the hair growth oil, or is it the fact that your edges was going to grow back anyway? I don't know. But that takes us to the article that I wanted to share with you today, because you don't have to take my word for it, okay? I'm not here to tell you, I don't know, I'm nobody. I'm just an influencer out here, okay? But if you really want to grow your hair, if your hair is in fact not growing, because a lot of the time we say we want to grow our hair, and the real question is, are we struggling with hair growth, or are we struggling with retaining our length? Because those are two different things. So in terms of hair growth, I'm going to share this article with y'all. And boom! Y'all see how I did that? I'm getting good with the slides. Okay. 7 vitamins and minerals for growing healthy afro hair. Isn't that a nice little article? I think so. Because if you're struggling with hair growth, this one's for you. And you see what we're seeing? We see a bunch of vegetables. We see fruits. We see leafy greens. All the things that we don't like. That's what we see. So let us go through this and read. Oh my God, it's a whole platter of just greens. Are these broccoli raw? Is this raw broccolis? Oh, Jesus. That's just one thing about me. I don't like raw broccolis, y'all. It's a little too much for me. You can dip it in whatever you want to dip it into, but it's not. Okay, getting proper nutrition is one of the best ways to not only get beautiful hair, but also live a healthy and comfortable life. Amen to that. Most of the vitamins we need are found in a balanced diet. Balance being the key word. for one reason or another. Some of us might be missing or not getting enough of the essential vitamins that we need. Some reason or another. It could be that you don't have it in your diet, or your body isn't able to process it properly when you do get it. That's a very interesting point right there, because sometimes we feel like we're eating the right things, but if you're not processing it properly, or for example, iron is good to pair with vitamin C, because that helps with the absorption better. So you could be getting iron, but if you're not pairing it with either eating fruits that are heavy in vitamin C or getting a vitamin C supplement. I'm always pro getting the food versus trying to get supplements. Supplements should supplement your diet, not rely or be your whole diet. So anyways, that's just a little side note here. It's not fair that, wait, what? It's not just hair that suffers from lack of proper nutrition. Your skin could be dry, patchy, and not behaving like its usual self. Your nails could shine, break more easily than usual, and not grow as fast as they used to. You might even feel a constant mental fog and general lack of energy. Any one of us struggling with these issues? Especially skin, let me tell you something. My skin was, over the years, have gone through it until I started cleaning up my diet. And I mean cleaning up heavy. A couple of years ago, what are we, 2023? A couple of years ago, yeah, my skin did a complete 360. Before that, I was buying everything under the sun for my skin, and nothing could stop my breakouts. So on the outside, I'm putting things, and that helps, but I was still getting breakouts consistently. And honestly, it really came down to hormonal, taking care of my hormones, and also eating the right things to support my skin. We don't realize how, honestly, nutrition affects the entire body. Okay, some fixes are easier than others, and I won't promise to solve all of your problems. If you have a more serious condition, you might have to see a doctor or a naturopath. If you have done a bit of research and truly believe vitamins could be the solution to your problems, then keep reading. We'll start by doing over the vitamins and nutrition that are good for health, for hair health and growth. At the same time, we'll go into where you can find them naturally, then look at which multivitamins and supplements you can use to make things easier. So whether you describe your hair as black, afro, kinky, African, African-American, curly, wavy, and all the rest, this guide is for you. Isn't it crazy how there are so many different names for our hair? This is a side note question, by the way. Like, why are there so many names? It's a lot. Anyways, vitamins for healthy hair. I didn't follow a standard format for each vitamins or nutrient below, but I tried to cover the following points. What it does for your body, what it does for your hair, which foods you can find it in, and problems that comes from a deficiency. Oh, I like this article. Okay, thumbs up if you like this article, because sis is about to break it down for you. Who is the author? Let me see. Oh, wait, this article is long. I gotta read faster. I don't see a name for the author. Okay, never mind. I gotta read a little faster, y'all. It should give you an understanding of why each one is important for growing afro hair, or any hair types for that matter. By the end, you should leave this page knowing more about this topic than you do now. Okay, great. Vitamin A. We're starting with, I guess, the first letter of the alphabet. Okay. Vitamin A is required for all cell growth. It also keeps the skin gland. It also helps the skin glands create sebum. Oh, that's interesting. This is the natural, oily, waxy substance that we produce that help moisturize our scalp. Oh, can I get a dry scalp in the comments? Who has dry scalp? It helps keep our hair healthy. It's pretty hard to overdose, but getting too much vitamin A can oddly cause problems that lead to hair loss. Oh, wait a minute. Slow down. Slow down. Hit the brakes. So it's important to maintain a good balance. Vitamin A can be found in cod liver oil, eggs, fortified skim milk, and cereals. Many fruits such as avocado, mango, apricots, and peaches. Yum, yum, yum. Beta carotene is broken down in the body and form vitamin A. So a few other great sources are broccoli, spinach, carrots, and sweet potato. We like vitamin A. So far, how do we feel about this article? Do we want to keep going? Let me know. Yes, and vitamin A is not water soluble, so you don't pee out the extra. It gets stored in your fat cells. Okay, pottery lady, just dropping bars out here. Okay, keep going. We're gonna keep going. Hold on, let me switch things over. Okay, there are 8 essential nutrients in the group of B vitamins, together called vitamin B complex. Oh, even I'm learning. Ooh. To name a few, we have vitamin B1, necessary for producing fatty acid, niacin, vitamin B3, changing energy in carbs, fat, and proteins into something the body can absorb and use. Biotin. Actually, biotin is something that I feel like the natural hair community went crazy on. They were like, just get biotin for hair growth. And we all loaded up on biotin. They were like, oh, ugh. It also makes you break out if you're taking too much of it. At least that's what happened to us back in 2010. I don't know. Maybe things have changed. Biotin help breaking down fat for absorption like niacin. Folate, vitamin B9, needed for replication of DNA. Breaking down of vitamins and amino acids, also required for cells division. Vitamin B12, necessary for the creation of red blood cells, also for the absorption of fat and protein. In short, vitamin B work together to help create red blood cells. These carry oxygen around the body in our entrance to the scalp and hair follicles, which in turn promote healthy hair growth. Most of these vitamins occur together in various foods, so it isn't naturally necessary to search for specific types. They are more abundant in animal products, which is why it's more likely to have a deficiency if you're vegetarian or vegan. Beef, salmon, milk, and yogurt are all sources of vitamin B. You can also get them from whole grains, almonds, dark and leafy greens. Oh, we're geeking out today. Vitamin C is the next one. Vitamin C is needed for the body to absorb iron. I just said that. Okay, Jen with the brain. Which is important for hair growth, as well as learn about soon. What is that? Oh, as we'll learn about soon. It's important for helping the body repair damaged cells and tissue. Vitamin C is an antioxidant, giving it more healing and repairing properties. Did she mean antioxidants or oxidants? Are thoughts to accelerate the process of aging and skin damage from external factors. Antioxidants, like the ones found in vitamin C, help fight this from happening prematurely. Okay. If you tell me aging and skin in one sentence, I am down. One of the forms of vitamin C is ascorbic acid, and as you can tell by the name, it's not pH balanced. It is an acid, and applied to the skin directly can cause irritation. This means you shouldn't apply it to your scalp or hair by itself. To get the benefits, you should consume it or mix it with something else to balance the pH. A dry scalp or dandruff has many causes. One of them could be that your immune system is not functioning properly, and this imbalance is causing you to produce the dandruff. Vitamin C is an immune system booster and could help you fight the issue. I really feel like when it comes to dandruff, a lot of the times we try to deal with it topically. So we use zinc or we use some sort of serum. A lot of us just add oil to our scalp, which honestly doesn't help the issue. But I kind of feel like the best way, at least for me, and it's probably because I had dry scalp back in the day and I just diagnosed myself with dandruff. Drinking a lot of water helped with my scalp issues. And I think dealing with dandruff from within, which is something that I feel like isn't really talked about enough, is probably one of the best ways to deal with dandruff, because why do you have an overgrowth of some fungus on your scalp? I don't know. Vitamin C can be found in many citrus fruits like lemon and oranges, and can also be found in many green vegetables like tomatoes. Tomatoes are high in vitamin C? I don't know if I knew that. Vitamin C is also water soluble, meaning that it's easily lost from the fruit and vegetable. If you let it over ripen, cook it too much, or overboil it, the vitamin will be lost. That is something that I can tell you Haitians don't believe in. We don't believe in eating no vegetables raw. Nope, you're going to boil it until it's not even recognizable anymore. So I kind of wonder, are we even getting any kind of vitamins and minerals from our food if we overcook it? This article says no. Given modern diets, it's highly unlikely that you will be deficient in vitamin C, but if you are, you could be experiencing dandruff, as mentioned above, brittle hair, and hair loss. Vitamin C, y'all, seems to be very important. I'm tired. Hold on. Vitamin D is essential for our all health and well-being in general. And actually, vitamin D is something that I find that a lot of us are deficient in, even though you can get it from the sun. It stimulates cell growth, which includes skin, and the thing we are concerned about, hair. As you might already know, vitamin D is one that you get from the sun. It can be found in supplements, but wherever you live around the world, it's likely that you will get enough just by being exposed to the sun frequently. And I can tell you, some of us don't like being in the sun because we don't want to get dark. It's a whole other conversation. Another place you can get vitamin D is in food. Here are some of the best sources: fatty fish, dairy products, cereal, and egg yolk. If you somehow don't manage to get enough vitamin D, the deficiency can manifest in a few different ways. Hair loss and bald spots are two of them. Ooh, that's something I have to say. The naturopath also suggested that I take vitamin D. And apparently he says that there is a few research now that comes out where vitamin D is best absorbed, if you're taking it in a supplement, that is, with vitamin K12. I think that's the one. And there's vitamins that it comes together already. So it's vitamin D with K12 or something like that. I think it's K12. Don't quote me on that one. So that helps you absorb the vitamins a little bit better. Anyways, according to this article here, it says a vitamin helps regulate calcium and maintain phosphorus in the blood. It allows the intestine to absorb the calcium that would otherwise be excreted by the kidneys. Therefore, sustained lack of vitamin D can lead to low bone density, making them far easier to break or fracture. Y'all better go load up on some vitamin D. Go sit in the sun for 20 minutes today after this, okay? There are other more serious conditions like heart disease. Whoa. So vitamin D is important. Excuse me. Okay. Let's see where we are with some of these comments, because I have to like flip the screen every single time I have to look at the comments, which is kind of annoying, but vitamin B and D and zinc are big ones for women health, period. Yes, Melanie, I agree. I'm sure we're going to talk about zinc soon. That is also why vitamin C is so hard to formulate for skincare products. Yes, it's so finicky, and I've been hearing a lot about that on TikTok. I'm here boiling broccoli for 10 minutes. No, someone get it out. That's too funny. That is too funny. To be honest, I feel like that's what we all do. Like, we boil our vegetables until there's nothing left. All right, let's keep going. Let's see if we can finish this article. Oh, okay, let's see if we can finish it in the next 5 minutes. We're just going to keep reading and keep reading fast. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, there we go. Vitamin E. And that's another vitamin that I feel back in the day we used to use a lot externally for our hair. Let me tell you something. One thing about YouTube University had a lot of things right. I don't care what nobody say. We were doing a lot of good things. Vitamin E is essential for maintaining healthy skin and eyes, as well as the immune system. It is an antioxidant, which, as we discussed earlier, fights free radical damage. Like oxidation-free radical damage causes premature aging and cell damage. Antioxidants like vitamin E slow this natural process. This antioxidant the antioxidant properties of vitamin E makes it a great tool for reducing the stress on our hair and scalp, including the follicles. This lessens damage caused naturally by factors like drinking and smoking. It leads to increased chance of growing strong, healthy hair. Studies have shown that oils containing vitamin E add shine when applied to the hair directly. When ingested, vitamin E has been linked to the prevention of hair loss, improve blood circulation to the scalp, and promote hair growth, maintaining healthy oil levels on the scalp, and improve scalp health in general. Like most of the vitamins on this list, this is something you're probably not lacking if you have a balanced diet. The vitamin can be found in many foods and has a higher concentration in plant oils like sunflower and soybean oil, various nuts and seed as well. It can be found in wheat germs and cereals. A lack in vitamin E can present itself in the following ways: retina damage that impairs vision, nerve damage in the hands and feet that can cause pain, a lowered immune system. Well, damn. Now we are moving on to minerals. Iron is top of the list. Iron is what the body needs to make the protein in red blood cells that carries oxygen around the body, called hemoglobin. Now we know how important iron is. It's also used to make myoglobin, which is what carries oxygen to the muscles. Iron is also necessary for the creation of many hormones. It is important for hair growth, health because the scalp needs oxygen carried by hemoglobin to function. The follicles are stimulated and hair can grow because the follicles are properly functioning. We like to massage our scalp to stimulate hair growth, but maybe we should be taking iron. A lack of iron leads to iron deficiency anemia, which causes a noticeable lack of energy. I'm going to call you out, Gugu. I'm kidding. You will be tired and have less stamina to do regular tasks. A deficiency can also cause hair loss because enough oxygen isn't being carried to the cells that are required for hair growth and repair. Females have a much higher chance of suffering from lack of iron, so it's important to check your levels if you suspect something is wrong and make changes. A nurse can take a blood sample and do a red blood cell count. Sources of foods with a higher concentration of iron are red meat, liver, and certain beans like kidney and chickpeas. Also, iron-fortified cereal, nuts, spinach, and broccoli. Now we're down to zinc. Are we almost done? Woo! Zinc is necessary. It's an essential mineral that is required in the body for various functions. Those include maintaining the immune system, breaking down and using protein, and repairing of wounds. The mineral is important for our hair because of its tissue growth and repair properties. Ooh. It helps the hair follicles function by ensuring the surrounding oil glands stay healthy. Zinc deficiency can lead to hair loss both at the scalp and through breakage. Wow. Zinc deficiency, let's say that again, can lead to hair loss both at the scalp and through breakage. When you say my hair's breaking, when was the last time you had some zinc, some food that had zinc in it, or took a zinc supplement? When was the last time? In the body, a lack of zinc causes a lowered sense of smell and taste, loss of appetite, weight loss, mental fog, my God, and wounds take longer to heal. A deficiency negatively affects cell production and your immune system. Zinc levels can be checked by your nurse and doctor by doing a blood test, urine test, hair sample analysis. Oh, interesting. They can test your level of zinc by doing a hair sample analysis. Isn't that interesting? Something to note about zinc is that the body has no way of storing and making it one of the vitamins that you need to consume daily to remain healthy. See, now I see why the naturopath suggests I take a zinc supplement. Oh my God, that man knows what he's doing. Luckily, it's found in many foods, so most people have no problem getting their recommended or adequate intake. Okay. Some food include baked beans, pork, beef, zinc-fortified cereals, pumpkin seeds, yogurt. Oysters have an unusual high amount of zinc. So if you eat these, you probably never have to worry about zinc. Except that oysters are hella expensive, you know. You're going to hear it from me. Multivitamins and supplements. Luckily, like I've mentioned throughout, most of us are lucky and don't have to seek specific types of nutrition because we have a balanced diet and get what we need from our food. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's most of us. In some cases, and for whatever reason, we might be lacking in something. If you read the list above and have done some research, then found that you want to try multivitamins and supplements, then there's a quick list that you can get on Amazon. Okay. Maybe I'll link this article in the description box. So if you guys are interested, you can do your thing. But listen, this is no doctor's advice. I am not a doctor. I'm not a naturopath. Just in case you want to sue somebody, I also have no money. I'm not the one. Supplements are a good way of adding something that is missing, but they are not a replacement for a balanced diet. Amen. Yes, I like this article. Try to think long-term when making dietary decisions and make sure you know what you're doing. A good reason for taking supplements is that you suspect you're deficient in something and want to try short-term to see if it works. Then find a way to add it to your diet when you'll hopefully run your successful test and live healthy. So there's a few tips here. Check the nutrition list when you're taking your supplements. It will tell you exactly what you can find in the supplements. If your goal is to get iron and zinc, check the list and make sure they are there. Check the RDA percentage. What is that? Following on from checking the nutrition list, check the recommended daily allowance. Oh, I don't know what that was. It will tell you how much of the nutrient you should be getting. Cut them in half. If you believe you're getting enough of the other nutrients in the list and your main nutrient is over 100%, then cut the tablet in half. That's interesting. You can do chewables. Conclusion, vitamins and minerals are two of the things that keep us healthy and functioning as normal. As you see above, there are many and each has its own function, and it's important to get the recommended allowance. Okay. Yada, 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 blah, de, da, blah, blah, blah. All right. We made it through the end of this article. I feel like I had to like rush a little bit, but you know, I don't want it to be boring. I don't want y'all to be like jumping off. Okay. Where am I? Let me see if I can see the comments again. That was kind of good. I like this. I love talking about nutrition. Nutrition is one of the topics that I feel like I have started to dive into a couple of years ago, and now I'm heavy on it. Like, you start looking at food differently when you start eating better because you start feeling better. It's very interesting how, you know, we kind of live with the pain. We've gotten used to live with certain pain. We're always tired. We're always bloated. You start feeling, you know, you have a stomach ache after you have dairy, for example. It's like normalized. It's fine. Keep eating your cheesecake. Like, no, your body's talking to you. We're just not listening. And you should be eating food that actually supports the body so that you feel your best. You only have one life. Why do we choose to live in pain? See, we got heavy under not a replacement. I know people who live off supplements. Marietta, I agree with you. A lot of people just take pills after pills after pills, and they're not eating well. You're not supporting the body. You're not giving it what it needs, which is why you need to take the pills to begin with. And then now it's a cycle. You're going to keep taking this pill. That's going to give you this side effect. So you're going to take another pill to deal with the side effect. And this pill is going to give you another side effect. Let me tell you something. Pharmaceuticals are not your friend. You ain't hear from me, but they're not your friend. I used to work in a retirement home, y'all. 2 different retirement homes. And the things that I've seen, the amount of pills some people take every single day, you would want to eat your broccoli raw. Okay? Matter of fact, I may just go eat some raw broccoli today, just in case. I hope you enjoyed the conversation around nutrition. I hope that you make some better choices when it comes to how you eat. And a lot of the time, you know, we struggle with making change. Start slow. Add a little bit more veggies. Remove some of the things that you shouldn't be eating. You know what it is. The extra sugary treats. Say no to a cookie today. All right. And I will see you somewhere on the internet. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in my next one.